Good evening, everybody. Hope we're all having a great night. So, gonna come on here and talk about something, and if I get a little heated, I do apologize first off. But I had a conversation with someone just here a little bit ago, and they were telling me that they were done. And they were kind of upset. And so, my experience and all the things that I have overcome in my life, because I've been through a lot of things that, man, should have damn well taken me out. Man, I could tell stories. But somehow I'm still breathing. Somehow I'm still here. And so I challenged her. And I simply said, "So, you say you're done. So I want to hear what excuse you have and what reason you have for being done." And she cocked her head to one side and she's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "You say you're done." I want to know why it is that you think you're done. And she ran her head through her hair and she got all quiet for a minute and she looked at the ground. And she kind of got up and she kind of paced around the living room for a minute. And she just kind of got all jittery and her anxiety went through the roof. And all I could do was just watch her as she walked back and forth. And after the silence, I asked her again, "Why are you done? How are you done?" And I waited. She did some more pacing around and she put her hands on her head like this and she just paced around for a little while and so forth. And she's like, "You're right." I'm like, "What do you mean I'm right?" She's like, I'm just, I got so many things going on right now and I just can't think straight." And I'm like, "Well, that's where you got to sit down, right? And you got to just remember of all the things that you have to be grateful for. Remember all the things that you have that's all around you. Yes, these things are going to cause you stress. Yes, these things are going to cause you anxiety. Yes, it's going to be rough and crazy and all that. But remember, you're not done because you don't have a fork sticking out of you. Somebody who's done goes and runs underneath a rock, or goes and hides under a rock and disappears from the world. Somebody who's done goes and does something crazy like ODs. Somebody who's done goes and does something crazy like get in their car and go run into a bridge wall. I don't see you doing that. She sat down. She was like, "You're right. You're absolutely right." I said, "I know I am." And I said, "The reason why you feel like you're done is because you're overwhelmed. You're scared. You're lonely." Because she was single. She was. She's like, "You're trying to," I'm like, "You're trying to do all this stuff on your own. But what you're failing to realize is that there is still good things that you have in your life. you will still have very much of a reason. Remember, if you're done, you're going to go out and do crazy stuff. You're going to go crawl under a rock and disappear. You're going to sell all your stuff and just legitimately disappear. You're going to go become a Buddhist monk and worship Mother Nature. Right? She looked at me and she said, you're right. She's like, I do have a lot to be grateful for. I do have a lot to wish and pray and hope and all that for. And she put her head in her hands and she started crying. And she started really just kind of like letting loose, and she started kind of like just grunting to herself a little bit, and she started just like unleashing some of that beast, and I'm just kind of rocking back and forth, and just. So what I did is I challenged her demon. What I did is I challenged the status quo that's going through her mind at that moment. What I did is I showed her how undone she really was. Mental health, it's a serious thing. We all deal with it. We all go through it. It is what it is. Right? But see, we as people, man, we're so eager to give up on stuff. We're so eager to leave a relationship before thinking about it. We're so eager to quit a job before we actually look at it. We're so eager to do all this quitting and all this giving up. But what we won't do, what we will not do, is we won't fight. We won't fight the good fight. Because most of the shit that we all that we all let overwhelm us are right up here. Our worst demons are what we look in the mirror at every day. If you can fight your demon, if you can fight your own demons every day, if you can get up every day and if you can just go out and do what you got to do every day and just look those demons in the eye and say, nope, you're not today. You're doing pretty good. Because there should never be any reason to giving up. Now, if you're looking to change your career, if you're looking to do something different, if you're looking to broaden your horizons, that's a good thing. If you're looking to do something different, if you're in a bad relationship and you're just trying to move on and you have other things in mind, that's a good thing. But if you're just going to leave a relationship because of some impulse reaction that you don't think that it's worth fighting for anymore, and there's not a legitimate reason to leave, you're just running away. And that's never good. Remember, the worst demons you can fight are right up here. And when you can challenge those demons, that's when you win. But, my good folks, hope you're all having a great night. I love you guys. Until next time.